Have you ever stopped to think about why some people seem to attract success while others constantly struggle? What if I told you that the answer lies in the energetic vibrations you emit without even realizing it? Studies show that your energy can directly influence what you achieve in life, and this has everything to do with your energy vibration levels. In this video, we'll explore how these vibrations impact your actions, thoughts, and most importantly, your results. And the best part, I will teach you how to raise your vibration to attract the success you so desire. Welcome to the Eye of the Soul channel. The concept of vibration levels refers to the emotional and energetic state that a person emits, directly affecting their life and circumstances. These levels can be seen as an energetic ladder, where denser emotions such as fear and anger represent the lower levels, while higher emotions such as love and joy occupy the higher levels. Each individual vibrates at a certain level, and this level influences their interactions, decisions, and the way they see the world. The higher the vibration, the more harmony and abundance are attracted. Life, at many times, can seem like a repetitive cycle, as if the same problematic situations are repeated. This cycle occurs due to the vibrational state in which the person is immersed. Dominant emotions influence the reality we experience. However, there is a kind of energetic map, like a secret route, that allows you to escape this cycle. This map is made up of 12 vibration levels, each representing an emotional stage to be overcome or worked on. The progression through vibration levels can be compared to a train journey, where each station is a different emotional phase. Each stop requires new understanding and new practice to move on to the next phase. The first seasons are linked to more negative emotions and the last, more positive emotions. The journey is not about escaping negative emotions, but about understanding what they reveal and how to transform them. Living in low emotional states such as fear or apathy restricts the ability to see new opportunities and attract what you want. On the other hand, increasing vibrational frequency opens doors to new experiences, new relationships, and a fuller sense of fulfillment. By understanding these levels, a person gains the ability to manage their own energy, which is fundamental to a successful life and well-being. The first step in any transformation journey is recognizing the starting point. On the scale of the 12 levels of vibration, identifying your current vibrational state is essential to creating change. People are often not aware of their own vibration, which makes them feel as if they are at the mercy of circumstances. When you start paying attention to your dominant emotions and thought patterns, you can understand what vibrational level you are at, and, from there, open up the possibility of conscious change. This awareness process requires honesty and introspection. Ask yourself, what emotions predominate in my life? Or, what types of situations have I attracted? Can reveal hidden patterns that maintain a low vibration. If a person frequently finds themselves in situations of stress, anger, or fear, this indicates that they are vibrating at denser levels. Recognizing this is not a reason for guilt, but rather an opportunity, as perception is the first step towards any transformation. By understanding your vibrational state, you gain power over it. We are often led to believe that our emotions and thoughts are out of our control, but in fact, they can be shaped and uplifted with specific practices. Vibrational change does not occur instantly, but begins with small adjustments in the way you react to daily challenges. For example, choosing to respond with calm rather than frustration can make a significant difference over time. Another useful practice is to keep a vibrational diary where you record the most emotionally intense moments of the day. This helps you monitor patterns and bring clearer awareness about how external situations affect your internal state. The more you practice this self-observation, the easier it becomes to identify what needs to be adjusted to raise your vibration. It's important to remember that recognizing where you are on the vibrational scale doesn't mean you have to stay in that state. It's an opportunity for change. The ability to change vibrational states is a powerful ability. When you realize that the current vibration is not bringing the desired results, it is possible, with patience and practice, to realign yourself with higher levels, such as peace and joy. This realignment not only improves emotional well-being, but also influences external circumstances, as the universe tends to respond to the vibration you emit. The initial stages on the vibration scale, such as fear and despair, represent some of the densest and most difficult states to overcome. Fear, in essence, is a powerful and often paralyzing emotion that prevents a person from seeing solutions and possibilities. Despair is an emotional state that arises when fear deepens, generating a feeling of impotence and lack of hope. These feelings, however, are not permanent, and when faced with awareness, can be the key to a process of profound transformation. Living in states of fear and despair can make a person feel trapped, as if they are always in a negative cycle. This vibrational state creates a limited view of reality, where the focus is only on problems and difficulties. However, it is important to recognize that these stages are not final destinations. Rather than avoiding them or fighting them, it is essential to understand that these emotions may be signs that something within us needs healing or attention. They point to areas of life where there is potential for growth, gratitude, and forgiveness. These are valuable practices to start getting out of these lower vibrational states. Gratitude, even in the midst of difficult situations, allows you to change the focus of your mind, taking it away from the problem and back to the little things that are working in life. Practicing gratitude regularly helps soften the impact of fear and create a more receptive state of mind. Forgiveness, on the other hand, releases the emotional weight of past hurts, allowing energy to flow more freely and the person to begin vibrating at higher levels. However, the path to overcoming fear and despair is not quick or linear. It takes time and patience to deal with these deep-rooted emotions. Sometimes, the simple act of recognizing that you are scared or desperate is a big step. Instead of resisting or trying to escape these emotions, embracing these feelings as part of the process can bring relief and understanding. This creates an opening for change, allowing the person to see the light at the end of the tunnel. As you begin to raise your vibration, it is important to incorporate practices that help bring more calm and clarity to your mind. Breathing techniques, deep tissue for example, are extremely effective in calming the nervous system, reducing the sensation of fear. Guided meditations and visualizations can also help shift your vibrational state, creating a sense of inner security. The more a person connects with themselves and their own center of peace, the easier it is to get out of these initial stages. Fear and despair are part of the journey, but they are not insurmountable obstacles. By treating them as opportunities to better understand yourself and internal dynamics, you can turn these states into catalysts for deep emotional and spiritual growth. Every small action to get out of these dense levels contributes to a higher vibration and a more harmonious life. Negative emotions, such as sadness, anger, and frustration, are inevitable in the human experience. Instead of being seen as enemies to be suppressed, they should be understood as important messages from our inner being. Each emotion carries information about something that needs to be taken care of or adjusted. Ignoring these emotions or trying to suppress them only builds up more internal tension, which eventually results in destructive behavior patterns. By embracing these emotions and understanding their causes, we begin to transform them and raise our vibration. The first step to dealing with these emotions is to acknowledge them without judgment. Instead of thinking that you shouldn't feel angry or sad, it's more productive to accept that these emotions are there for a reason. Often these emotions arise as a sign that something is not in alignment, whether in relation to ourselves or the environment around us. Denying or avoiding these feelings only prolongs the suffering. Acceptance allows space for these emotions to be felt fully and eventually dissolved. A powerful practice for dealing with negative emotions is therapeutic sound, which uses specific frequencies to help restore the body's energetic balance. Different sound frequencies have the ability to resonate with our energy fields, helping to release emotional blockages and bring mental clarity. Practices like listening to music, meditation, binaural sounds, or even the use of instruments such as Tibetan singing bowls can help release stagnant emotions, allowing energy to flow more smoothly. Another important aspect is the recognition that emotions like anger and frustration are not inherently bad. They can be powerful catalysts for change. Anger, for example, can indicate that boundaries have been violated or that there is an unmet need. Instead of trying to avoid these emotions, it's more productive to ask, what is this emotion trying to show me? In this way, it becomes a source of self-discovery, helping you identify what needs to be changed in your life to improve your vibration. It is also essential to understand that these emotions are temporary. When you're immersed in a negative emotion, it seems like it never goes away. But that's not true. Emotions are transient states, and when we allow them to flow rather than resist them, they pass more quickly and less painfully. The goal is not to never feel negative emotions, but to learn to deal with them in a healthy way. By developing this skill, you not only raise your vibration, but you also gain a greater understanding of yourself. This process of emotional integration brings more balance and harmony to your life, allowing you to face challenges with more tranquility and resilience. Feelings like anger and frustration are powerful emotions that, when misunderstood, can keep us trapped in a cycle of stress and imbalance. However, these emotions, far from being completely negative, are actually clear signs that there are unmet needs or unmet expectations. Anger can arise when we feel that our limits have been exceeded, while frustration often appears when we believe that we are not making progress or that our efforts are not being recognized. Recognizing these emotions as messages from our inner self is the first step to transforming them. The key to dealing with anger and frustration is not to ignore or repress them, but to approach them consciously. These emotions are telling us that something needs attention, whether in our relationships, in the workplace, or even in our internal world. Ignoring what is causing these emotions only intensifies the feeling of discomfort. Instead, we should ask, what am I expecting from this situation that isn't happening, or what need of mine is being ignored? This helps us identify the root cause of the problem and take action to resolve it. Techniques such as mindfulness and meditation are extremely helpful in processing these emotions. The practice of mindfulness, for example, involves being present with emotions without judging them. By observing anger or frustration objectively, without getting carried away by it, you gain clarity and the ability to respond in a more balanced way. Guided meditations focused on emotional healing can also help channel these emotions in a constructive way, avoiding impulsive reactions and making space for deeper understanding. Creative expression is another effective practice for transforming anger and frustration. Activities such as writing, painting, or playing music can be healthy ways to release these emotions non-verbally, allowing them to be processed without the need for direct confrontation. By expressing these emotions creatively, you transform accumulated energy into something productive, which can bring a feeling of relief and satisfaction. Additionally, the practice of establishing healthy boundaries is important to avoid the accumulation of these emotions. Anger often arises when we allow others to exceed our emotional or physical limits. Learning to say no when necessary and standing up for your needs helps prevent frustration before it becomes a bigger problem. By setting clear boundaries and communicating your expectations assertively, you reduce the risk of resentment and increase your ability to maintain a balanced vibe. Transforming anger and frustration takes practice and patience. These emotions can be powerful catalysts for change when approached consciously and constructively. By learning to process them properly, you not only raise your vibration, but you also gain more control over your reactions and decisions, creating a more harmonious life aligned with your true desires and needs. In this context, it is important to develop courage and willingness. Courage is the quality that allows us to face the unknown and life's challenges with confidence, while willingness is the openness to experience new possibilities. Together, these two qualities are fundamental to raising your vibration and transforming the way you relate to the world. When you decide to act with courage, even in the face of fear, you can access new levels of personal growth. On the other hand, being willing to explore new paths and change perspectives is what allows for true vibrational advancement. Developing courage starts with small steps. It is not necessary to make major changes immediately. The important thing is to act despite the fear. Courage does not mean the absence of fear, but rather the ability to move forward despite it. When you choose to face a challenging situation with courage, you begin to change your vibrational state. Conscious, fearless action opens doors to new experiences, allowing you to move toward your goals with more confidence and clarity. Practice the layout is also essential. Being willing means being open to learning, changing, and adapting. Resistance to change is often what keeps a low vibration. When you open yourself up to new possibilities, whether professionally, personally, or spiritually, your vibration rises and opportunities begin to emerge in unexpected ways. Small acts of willingness, like trying something new or changing an old habit, have the power to transform your energy and attract more positive experiences. To strengthen both courage and disposition, setting small, achievable goals is an excellent strategy. Instead of overwhelming yourself with big goals, set small daily actions that move you toward your purpose. With each goal achieved, your self-confidence increases and your willingness to face new challenges grows. This creates a positive cycle of personal growth and expansion, where you feel like you are in control of your journey and more connected to your potential. Positive affirmations are another powerful resource for developing these qualities. Repeating affirmations like, "I am courageous," or "I am open to new possibilities," can help reprogram your mind into a state of receptivity and trust. Affirmations work as a way to recalibrate your focus, bringing more awareness to your capabilities and removing mental blocks that prevent action. Over time, this daily practice can create a solid foundation of courage and willingness. To do this, it is important to understand acceptance and reason. Acceptance is the ability to recognize reality without resistance, accepting situations as they are, while reason brings the ability to analyze these situations objectively and make informed decisions. Together, these qualities form a solid foundation for a more balanced and conscious life. Acceptance does not mean passivity or conformity, but rather freedom from the struggle against what cannot be changed in the present. By accepting the circumstances, a space for inner peace is created, which is the starting point for any significant change. When you accept reality, you are choosing to stop wasting energy resisting what has already happened or what is beyond your control. This does not mean that you agree or like the circumstances, but that you decide to face them with clarity and calm. This simple act of acceptance reduces stress and allows the mind to organize itself to think of solutions. Resistance often creates a mental barrier that prevents the visualization of alternatives and blocks the flow of new ideas and opportunities. Reason comes into play when applying this acceptance in a practical way. While acceptance creates the space for calm, reason offers the clarity necessary to analyze situations logically and without the weight of emotions. This involves using the mind to understand what can be changed and what should be left aside. When reason is in balance with acceptance, you can make more strategic decisions without being carried away by emotional impulses or irrational thoughts. This balance helps to raise vibration as it reduces mental and emotional chaos. In difficult situations, many people tend to get lost in exaggerated emotional reactions or in denial of reality. When we accept and use reason, we are able to look at life in a more neutral and productive way. Instead of being swept away by the waves of emotions, you become the observer who looks at the situation from the outside, analyzing the pros and cons objectively. This makes decisions more accurate, as they are not contaminated by fear or anger, but based on a clear view of the facts. The practice of self-compassion can also be very useful in this process. Accepting reality includes accepting yourself with all the mistakes, flaws, and imperfections. This allows you to not only deal with challenges better, but also forgive yourself for past decisions that didn't turn out as expected. When we allow ourselves to accept our own limits and learn from them, we become more open to personal growth and evolution. Reason, in this case, helps us learn from the past without clinging to it. Living in the present is one of the most powerful keys to raising your vibration and finding inner peace. When we accept the present moment, we stop fighting what has already happened or worrying about what is to come. The present is the only time when we can truly act and make changes. Focusing on the now allows the mind to calm down and emotions to find balance. This does not mean ignoring the past or future plans, but living each experience consciously without being dragged by thoughts that disconnect us from reality. Accepting the present involves being completely aware of the sensations, feelings, and thoughts that are happening now. People often spend time immersed in worries about the future or regrets about the past, which creates anxiety and tension. However, when you bring your focus to the present, you begin to realize that these thoughts don't carry the same weight when compared to what is happening in the moment. Practicing mindfulness helps develop this awareness, allowing you to connect with the reality of now. The importance of living in the present is also reflected in the way you make decisions and deal with challenges. When we are constantly focused on the future, we can be overcome by anxiety, and when stuck in the past, we tend to feel regrets. In the present, there is a clarity that facilitates more conscious decision-making. Full presence allows you to respond to circumstances in a calmer, more balanced way, without the weight of emotions or worries that often cloud the mind. Another benefit of living in the present is that it helps create a sense of contentment. Many people live waiting for a perfect moment in the future, believing that they will only be happy when they achieve a certain goal. In doing so, they miss the beauty and fullness of the now. Living in the present teaches you that happiness does not depend on external conditions, but on how you connect with the current moment. This raises your vibration and attracts more harmony into your life. Feelings such as joy and love are the highest vibrational emotions, capable of profoundly transforming the way you relate to yourself and the world. When you vibrate in joy, you attract positive experiences, people aligned with your energy, and a constant sense of well-being. Love, in turn, is not limited to romantic relationships. It encompasses self-love, love of life, and love for others. Together, these two emotions form the basis for a harmonious and satisfying life where abundance flows naturally. Feeling joy does not just depend on external circumstances, but on a conscious choice to look for the positive in every situation. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges, but finding the beauty and learning that can come from them. The daily practice of looking for small moments of joy, such as spending time with loved ones, taking up hobbies, or simply appreciating nature, significantly raises your vibration. Over time, joy becomes a natural and constant state, not just a fleeting feeling. Love, especially self-love, is essential to maintaining a high vibration. We often forget to take care of ourselves emotionally and mentally, putting the needs of others first. However, to truly love others and maintain a high vibration, it is crucial to nurture and accept yourself. This involves forgiving your faults, recognizing your strengths, and treating yourself with the same compassion and care that you offer others. Self-love creates a solid foundation for other forms of love to flourish in your life. When you live in love and joy, your ability to manifest your desires increases exponentially. These emotions resonate with the higher frequencies of the universe, which means you are more in tune with the energies of abundance, success, and happiness. This is not just an esoteric belief, but something that is reflected in everyday behavior. A person who lives in a state of joy and love tends to be more optimistic, resilient, and open to new opportunities, thus attracting more positive experiences. Maintaining these emotions also requires practice and dedication. Negative emotions and challenging circumstances will still arise, but the important thing is not to allow them to permanently lower your vibration. The journey through the 12 vibration levels does not have a final destination, but is a continuous process of evolution and learning. Each vibrational phase presents new challenges and opportunities, and throughout this journey, personal growth becomes a constant. The goal is not to reach a fixed state of enlightenment or perfection, but rather to progress, learning to move with more wisdom and awareness through the ups and downs of life. With each new level of vibration reached, your perception of the world and yourself expands. One of the most important aspects of this journey is the ability to adapt and learn from each experience. As you move up the vibrational scale, the lessons that emerge become more subtle and profound. In the early stages, the focus may be on dealing with emotions like fear and anger, but as you progress, more complex issues like forgiveness and self-acceptance come into play. This continuous evolution allows you to develop more sophisticated, emotional, and spiritual skills. This journey also requires patience. It's not about reaching the next level quickly, but about integrating the lessons from each stage into your daily life. Vibrational progress often does not follow a straight line. There are times when you may feel like you're going backwards or facing the same challenges all over again. This is part of the process, as each challenge offers a new opportunity to practice what you've learned and strengthen your emotional resilience. True transformation occurs when you embrace this journey without rush or judgment. The vibrational journey also involves a deep commitment to self-knowledge. As you move up the vibration scale, you begin to realize that your true power lies within you, rather than in external circumstances. This brings a feeling of freedom, as you become less influenced by the opinions of others or the ups and downs of life. With each new level, you gain more control over your own energy and become capable of creating the reality you want, with more harmony and fluidity. By understanding that this journey is ongoing, you free yourself from the pressure of getting there and instead learn to appreciate every step of the way. Vibrational growth is a cycle of discovery, healing, and expansion, and there will always be new levels to explore. Along this journey, you not only transform your life, but you also become a source of inspiration and light for others, raising their collective vibration as you raise your own. Now tell me in the comments, what stage are you at?